And the final inquiry, ladies and gentlemen, for Arzu Jalilova has been accepted as well.
Welcome back to all of the action in Tel Aviv at the 38th Rhythmic Gymnastics European Championships. This is the state of play with clubs at the moment, and we've got some inquiry news to bring you just after we've given you breathing space to scrutinise these results.
With another 17 gymnasts.
And some important inquiry news, actually. This is what is coming up, though. Set D. This was the fourth group of gymnasts yesterday. We now, having thought in the previous rotation about getting into that top 24, we're now looking largely at the top end of the table, particularly the contest between three very intriguing gymnasts. Firstly, Sofia Raffaelli and Boriana Kalain, and also the third factor in the equation, the teammate of Kalain, the young debutant at European Championship level, Stiliana Nikolova. Now, as for those inquiries, this is what has happened. One of them was rejected. That was the inquiry for Zora Agamirova. So no success there on the club's review. But what has been successfully reviewed, Arzu Jalilova's ribbon score has increased by a single tenth, 13.4 to 13.5 difficulty score, giving her a total score of 30.4.
Maybe it was a recipe for apple cake or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, time to start.
The clubs has gone up from 30.45 to 31.05 for Jalilova, so she has gained 6/10 of difficulty. Ekaterina Vedenieva, if I get her name right, gained 4/10 of difficulty with the clubs as well. So there we go, some changes. Let's begin set D. Milena Baldassari of Italy, she started with 31.15 with the hoops, 31.8 with the ball. Very promising first set of performances. Tricky clubs routine in places for Milena Baldassari of Italy, who was in 10th place overnight. Just to restate how qualification works, one of the four routines can be discarded. or indeed will be discarded. A couple of routine losses of the apparatus for the Italian. Other times, very poised and well performed. The Cypriot Anna Sokolova is next to perform. 18-year-old produced a 27.95 with a hoop and 27.45 with a ball yesterday.
I should grow up someday, 'cause I got bills to pay. I should be saving up, but I just got paid. I'm hoping I'm on it, don't know where we're going. We go in when we go out. I just got paid. Give me that, 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 give me that money. Give me that money. I got paid. I'm hoping I'm on it, don't know where we're going. We go in when we go out. I just got paid.
We like to party, no cause trouble, don't bother nobody. Montana with funky sound, Sagala got the London sound.
I got paid. I'm hoping I'm on it, don't know where we're going. We go in when we go out. I just got paid. I'm hoping I'm on it, don't know where we're going. We go in when we go out. I just got
She has a certain exuberance as a performer, Anna Sokolova. The music suits her style as a gymnast.
The score for Baldassari.
It's been a great little spell for her of late. 2021 saw her make her European Championship debut and her World Championship debut.
The next gymnast is also coming from
It's
Italy.
the number of steps that is most key in the retrieval of the apparatus, less so the drop itself. .28.7 for Milena Baldassari. That's the number that she will hope to be in a position to discard. She's going to need a big ribbon routine. On the subject of big routine, Sofia Raffaelli scored 36.15 with the hoop yesterday. Overnight leader. Clubs, what she's so often been associated with.
She's born to be bad, so run for the hills. Cruella de Vil. The fear on your face, it gives me a thrill. Original criminal, dressed to kill. Just call me Cruella de Vil. Call me crazy, call me insane, 'cause you're stuck in the past, and I'm ahead of the game. A life lived in penance, it just seems a waste, and the devil has much better taste. And I try to be sweet, I try to be kind, but I feel much better now that the fabric of your little world is torn. Embrace the darkness and be the fear on your face, it gives me a thrill.
There has been a great deal of overnight discussion about Sofia Raffaelli's performance yesterday. The leader at the halfway mark of the competition. Very big unsighted trap of the apparatus. She fluidly links difficult elements. Another big catch, straight into the next. There's difficulty abounding in this routine. So many marks up for grabs. 25.6 is the score for Sokolova with the ribbon. Representing Ukraine, Melania Tur. Her best performance yesterday was 30.9 with the ball. She had a 28.85 with the hoop.
Доброго вечора, ми з України. Ми з України.
Oh, goodness, it's such a memorable routine too. She performs it so well, loses the apparatus right at the end. Now, what's interesting when it comes to Melania Tur is that she scored a 28.85 with the hoop yesterday, a 30.9 with the ball.
The next gymnast from Croatia, Barbara Selendic.
For Sofia Raffaelli, the strongest we've seen with the clubs, 33.7. So, Raffaelli, now the best all-around performer, 103.55. To Barbara Selendic of Croatia.
I don't wanna die, but I ain't keen on living either. Before I fall in love, I'm preparing to leave her. I just wanna
It's a very enjoyable choice of orchestration by Barbara Selendic. The Audio Machine cover of the lovely Robbie Williams song Feel. It's a very bold choice of orchestration. She's developing into it, clearly connects with the music, clearly appropriately enough feels something as she performs it. It's interesting work. 27.4 for Melania Tur of Ukraine. More on that later. That could really have an impact on things in terms of the all-around situation. Now, Victoria Onoprienko of Ukraine. Very good day yesterday, especially with the hoop. Victoria Onoprienko of Ukraine. She has the ribbon still to come, which she's performed so well at World Cup events this season. So a gymnast well positioned.
From Croatia.
She was the 4th placed athlete at the halfway mark of the competition.
Ribbon routine of
It's real height in her leaps, trying to make sure the legs fully go beyond horizontal. Just more on that Melania Tur situation. The score for Shelendic is 24.5. Well, I'll come back to that later. Action's going very fast here. Tamara Artic of Croatia next to go. She really does enjoy that routine. Tamara Artic of Croatia, the 17-year-old who won the bronze medal with the ribbon at the national championships. She did take the all-around title as well.
There's a score for Onoprienko, 30.45. That was for her routine with gloves. And now Germany on the competition floor. Routine of Melanie Dagel.
30.45 for Victoria Onoprienko. The gymnasts we're looking at are Lily Ramanaccio and Hélène Karbonov, who were 23rd and 24th overnight. And Melania Tur has just gone below them. Now to Melanie Dagel of Germany. First chance to see her in the competition.
atrás. Un, dos, tres, un pasito para adelante, María. Un, dos, tres, un pasito para atrás. Un pasito para adelante, un pasito para atrás. Un pasito para adelante, un pasito para atrás.
Oh, Melanie Dargle just came out of nowhere, didn't she, to take the hoop bronze at the Athens World Cup in her first ever senior international final. Extraordinary accomplishment. The 16-year-old from Moiskirchen in the west of Germany.
Melanie Dargle.
This we expect to be the only time we see her in the all-around qualification process today, just attempting the clubs.
Croatia's Tamara Artic.
Now we're awaiting the score for Tamara Artic. And that allows us just to reflect again on what we're looking at today in terms of the all-around qualification process. As we look back at some of the gymnasts we've already seen, 1 of 4 routines can be discarded. Tamara Artic scores 26.65 for her ribbon routine to Alba Bautista of Spain. She performed 230-plus routines yesterday. The 19-year-old was very much on form. And she actually made the ribbon final at the Pamplona World Cup, her first ever World Cup final. Came in as the first reserve, did well.
¿Quién me presta una escalera para subir al madero? Para quitarle los clavos a Jesús el Nazareno.
Una saeta al canto que toda la primavera anda pidiendo escalera para subir a la
That's nice, isn't it, from Alba Bautista of Spain. Really choreographically suits the work she does with the ribbon. You sometimes barely notice the apparatus is there. So much is a natural extension of her body as a performer. And she's a fine performer.
Score for Melanie Dargle, 28 sharp for that clubs routine of hers. And ladies and gentlemen, we received an inquiry.
It is 28 for Melanie Dargle.
For the clubs routine of Victoria Onoprienko of Ukraine.
Second European Championships at senior level for her.
After all the routines.
Now, we have a Ukraine inquiry, Victoria Onoprienko's clubs routine.
For Germany.
We won't know the outcome of the inquiries until the conclusion of this group of gymnasts. Not this rotation, but this group. Daria Varfolomeev of Germany. Now, she scored a 31.4 with the hoop and 31.75 with the ball yesterday.
Easy now, when you trigger down, not that from that, that's where we from. When you wanna go around, now you have to go down to town, yeah. Now you have to go down to town, yeah. Now you have to go down to town. Easy now, when you trigger down, just walking and see, and you're breaking up on the windy, you're a style of your own.
Destination unknown, no, 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 no. Destination unknown. Follow me and let's go. Destination unknown. Follow me and let's go. To the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We belong to the paradise of love and joy and destination unknown.
She was the champion with the clubs at the Portimao World Challenge Cup not so long ago, just last month. Daria Varfolomeev of Germany, 8th at the overnight stage, the halfway mark of the competition in all-around qualification, also with aspirations to pick up individual medals. She's first reserved for the hoop final, but she is into the ball final by a single tenth. 28.85 with the ribbon for Alba Bautista. So she will now turn her attention to the club's routine and hope to discard that score. Her teammate, Paulina Berezina of Spain, competing with the ribbon, having scored 30.15 and 29.85 yesterday. 19th place overnight.
This is a place where I don't feel love. This is a place where I feel at home.
Thank you, Paulina.
That's a stylish performance as ever by Paulina Berezina.
Thank you.
Has real artistry to her work.
The score for Daria from Germany, 33.8, 33.8, וזה מעביר אותה למקום הראשון. The next gymnast is coming from
33.8 with the clubs. Daria Varfolomeev. That's a score that will really improve her position in the leaderboard. She now goes up to being the third best in all-around qualification, ahead of Onoprienka. Representing Georgia, Anna Kutsishvili.
Thank you, Anna.
Representing Georgia, Anna Kutsishvili.
The score for Polina Berezina.
Born in Strasbourg, she scored 28.15 with the hoop and 27.45 with the ball yesterday.
And to the next gymnast from Turkey, Camelia Tunkel.
Polina Berezina scores 29.5 with the ribbon. Camelia Tuncel of Turkey, 29.15 with the hoop, 26.2 with the ball. So a big day for her in terms of her all-around aspirations today.
It's alright with me, as long as you are by my side. Talk or just say nothing, I won't mind, your looks never lie. I was always on the run, finding out what I was looking for, and I was always insecure until I found, you were always on my mind. You're the one I'm living for. You're everlasting
Camelia Tuncel of Turkey.
Camelia Tuncel from Turkey with her
Reigning Turkish national champion in all-around competition.
Of 27.95.
She trains at Hacettepe University Ankara State Conservatory, set up in the 1930s to train artists and musicians. Very good musicologist and performing artist. Anna Kutsishvili, 27.95 with the clubs. That's her second strongest score so far today. Just to tell you, Polina Berezina has come in between Lily Ramanatcho and Ellen Karbonov. Ketevan Abolishvili of Georgia.
Miss everyone, see everybody on move. Dance, you know, that man coming at you. Everybody dance now. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Rock. Rock. Say what? Rock. Let's go. Everybody dance now. Rock. This morning, dance everybody. Make it hot. In this morning, don't stop. Move your body. Rock. This morning, dance everybody. Make it hot. In this morning. Everybody dance now. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Oh, dance. Now everybody move. Move. Now everybody shake. Shake. Now everybody.
Came to rock this party, so I can make you feel alright. So you go to rock your body, I can straight through the night. Oh, you want this party? Oh, you want it now? So you go to rock your body, I can straight through the night.
Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Oh, dance. Now everybody move. Move. Now everybody shake. Shake. Now everybody.
Georgia's Ketevan Abolishvili, undergraduate at the Georgian State Teaching University of Physical Education and Sport in Tbilisi.
Capital of Georgia in Tbilisi.
She is the reigning national champion, not just in all-around competition, but with the clubs.
Physical education.
Solidly executed attitude pirouette. She also competes in the German Bundesliga competitions. 28.45 for Camelia Tungel. So that is significantly better than the ball score.
We were early.
But it could still make things tricky for her in terms of overall qualification. The numbers are not really favouring the gymnast from Turkey at the moment. Now just a brief pause in proceedings before Matilda Tamagnini can take to the floor. What we know at the moment then is that Sofia Raffaeli tops the all-around standings, then Yekaterina Vedenieva. Daria Varfolomeev is the big mover, coming in to third place with the finest club score that we've seen so far, ahead of Raffaeli by a tenth. Isn't that something?
And now San Marino with Matilda Tamagnini.
30.1 for Ketevan Abolishvili. From San Marino, Matilde Tamagnini.
Thank you, Matilde.
Matilde Tamagnini from San Marino, from the same commune as Alessandra Perilli, I should say, who won the women's trap bronze in Tokyo and later mixed team trap silver. First ever Olympic medals for San Marino coming at the Tokyo Games.
And we can go on to the next gymnast from Bulgaria. Let's welcome Stiliana Nikolova.
To a gymnast who really impressed yesterday. Positioned third at the halfway mark, Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. The 16-year-old, 34.45 with the hoop, 33.7 with the ball. Now, a ribbon routine from her. And she won a silver with the ribbon in the Sofia World Cup.
Dans tes grands yeux noirs, je me suis perdue. J'attends un regard, le cœur suspendu. Je t'aime aux yeux noirs, je sombre mon amour et mon désespoir. Alors chant est sourd. Je perds la raison à chercher tes bras, brûlant de passion. Viens embrasse-moi de tes grands yeux noirs, l'étrange lumière, un homme et le soir, de tous les mystères.
My word. Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. Wow.
Bulgaria.
One of the great emerging young forces in rhythmic gymnastics. She has such distinct shapes with the ribbon in this routine. She really does make the fabric work. Remarkable strength to go into the back bend pirouette, fully on relevé.
Few moments until the judges will give the score.
Matilde
Right now we
Tamanini
have the score for Matilde
has scored
San Marino,
22.55.
22.550 למתעמלת מסן מרינו.
It's her second strongest score of the competition.
ציון של ניקולובה, ואז נוכל לעבור למתעמלת הבאה.
Just one more gymnast in this first rotation of two to come, and that is, of course, Boriana Kalin, the second strongest performer in the all-around competition at the halfway mark. She was better than Raffaeli with the ball. Raffaeli was better than her with the hoop. Overall, Raffaeli had about 2.5 tenths on her.
בשעה 5 אחר הצהריים יערך טקס הפתיחה הרשמי של התחרות. 32.950, 32.950. Nikolova from Bulgaria.
32.95 for Stiliana Nikolova.
From
The
Bulgaria.
ribbon, that puts her into second place in the all-around standings. It's also the best score we've seen with the ribbon. But what about this performance? Boriana Kalin of Bulgaria, second best in the all-around standings. This is a very interesting ribbon routine. The musical choice has a great narrative behind it. Boriana Kalin of Bulgaria, she had a tangle with the ribbon that needed some attention towards the end of the routine. But, my goodness, those fouette turns, I mean, the strength and control, it's extraordinary.
Like all gymnasts.
To the music of the title, Israel Ye Delio Haidutin, Rebel Delio goes forth. It's a well-known Bulgarian folk story. It's with the World Championships in mind that she's created this as a routine. The World Championships in Sofia. She knows it'll get the crowd going.
Let's wait for Boriana's score on ribbon.
Now that brings us to the halfway point of this group of gymnasts. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of number Boriana Kalin has produced with the ribbon. Raffaeli, then Nikolova, then Vedenieva, then Varfolomeev. Varfolomeev, big mover. courtesy of her club's routine. Then Onoprienko makes up the top 5. We're going to see most of the gymnasts again. Listed in this rotation is Polina Karika of Ukraine instead of Melania Tur.
31.2 for her ribbon routine. Time for the second rotation. In this set, here is Italy with Milena Baldassari.
31.2 with the ribbon for Rihanna Kalane. That's the third strongest ribbon score that we've seen, and it has her now